Oh. Right, looks like Santa's delivered a present, but before we get into that, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas from N64 Fortress here. Appreciate you all coming along with me on this journey on the channel. And yeah, I've got one last awesome pickup to show you. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Oh, looks like Santa's left something in my stocking. What we got here? Project Cars PS4 HITS, one of the ones I needed. Yeah, I got this off Tradera, really happy. It's another one ticked off. A little bit more expensive than I'd have liked. It was about £10 for postage, which is pretty much the cost of the game. I just paid £20 to make it go away. Not the easiest one to come by. I think there's one on UK eBay for more than that, more like 30. So yeah, you might get lucky and find this in CEX, but really happy to get another HITS one ticked off. And I think that's about 6 to go for the full PS4 HITS set now. I have got myself a nice pint of Guinness, by the way. I'm drinking it out of a Rattler glass, so very classy. I won't be splitting any G's, but cheers. Like I said, I want to wish you all and your families a very Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy the festive time off if you've got time off. Treasure these moments, you know. It's that time of year where you just all come together with families and, yeah, really enjoy yourselves as much as possible, really, all things considered. But yes, right, we got a delivery from Santa. This has come from Spain, from my friend Hassan. Santa Hassan has delivered the goods. This box has actually seen some mileage. It's gone from Spain to the UK, back to Spain, back to the UK again, to send some goods each way, games to me, games back to him, and games back to me again. And yeah, it's seen some nice games, this shoebox has. Don't even know what pair of shoes Hassan got in this box, but yeah, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Yeah, I was really excited for this one. There's a lot of stuff in here that's either games that I need or just English language upgrades. A lot of the games I got in that huge bundle were foreign, more than I can even put a number on, really, but we've been busy getting English versions where I didn't have those, and we've got it right down now. There's not an awful lot left to do in terms of English language when it comes to the PS3 Essentials. I just want to say as well, they've already been removed from this bundle because I wanted to get them posted out in time for Christmas, but there was a sealed UFC 3, and that's gone to my friend Scott. We bought it for him, and he's going for a full PS4 HITS sealed set. Crazy, I know. And UFC 3 didn't get a UK release, so we had to go to Germany for that, and we just got that for him to help him out. He's helped me out loads, so I was more than happy to play middleman and help him. And obviously Hassan did the heavy lifting by actually buying it. And yeah, the rest is history. So that's gone to Scott. And we also had a Ninja Gaiden 2. We originally bought that. It was foreign, and then we realised it came out in English, and then he found me an English one. Well, he sent me the foreign one that we bought before, and I've sold that at cost to Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. And yeah, he's had that now, so they're not included. I've already taken them out. But let's have a look at what remains in this awesome bundle. We got Fallout 4 PS4 HITS. It's not absolutely minty, but you know, it's got a bit of scuffage on it, but really difficult one to find. I know people have found this in CEX, but yeah, it's a really hard find. It's one of the harder PS4 HITS, hence it was left needed. But this is an English version. We found it in Europe somewhere, and it cost just €12.45. No complaints of that for an English version. Very difficult to find. I've never actually played any of the Fallout games, so if you've got any comments on Fallout in general or Fallout 4 specifically, then let me know. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts are on that and if it's one worth playing. But yes, another one ticked off, so that takes us down to 5 on the PS4 HITS now for the full set. So delighted to add that one as well. Right, what should we do first? Right, this one's not a need. Farming Simulator 15. This is a tough game to find. I don't even think it's sold in the UK in the Essentials range. Fully complete, English. I grabbed this simply for resale. It was a mere €15, so it was a no-brainer, really. It sells for a lot more. One of these sold on eBay not that long ago for 75. I'm not saying it's worth that, but I've been quite candid. I had a friend who needs this, and I've said, you know, Dan, shout out to Dan, he's understanding. I said that I bought this cheap and I'm selling it for, you know, a bit more, because my copy actually cost quite a bit. I had to import mine from Poland, so I want to get my costs down. And I'm selling this for a fair price still, but more than what I paid for it. And it's still going to him cheaper than I paid for my copy from Poland. So I still think he's getting a good deal for the non-hassle of trying to find this and import it and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's not an easy one to find, and yeah, making a little bit of money on it. But, you know, he understands that I've got to get my cost down. I paid like quite a lot for my copy, so cost needs to come down. So that was bought solely to resell, but I'm glad it's going to a friend and it'll help him out. And he, like I said, he's still getting it cheaper than what I paid for mine, so it's all good. Let's just go from this side of it. Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition. This is just a game that I had a German version of, I think. This is English, fully complete. It's another one that was orange on the sheet that's now ticked off. Delighted to have another English version. It cost pretty much what the German one I had cost me, so it wasn't expensive. It was €16.65 in total. By the way, there would have been a postage cost on top of all of these prices to the UK, but it's negligible. It's about an extra £1 on every game. It's nothing. So yeah, pleased to get another English one, and then I'll try and sell my German one for what I paid for it, and we're all good. At least what I paid for it, I should say. But yeah, happy to get another one ticked off all the same. Next up, it's not the right Call of Juarez, unfortunately. Call of Juarez Bound in Blood. This is one that I had before. I didn't even realise it got an English release until relatively recently, but this one is English. This was so cheap. Fully complete, of course, with red disc. And this was €11.39. Yes, €11.39, an absolute bargain. Pleased to swap another one out for English, of course. And it's actually one of my 3 remaining games, Call of Juarez, The Cartel. Much harder to find than this. But yeah, we're working on it and hopefully got one in the pipeline. We shall see. But yeah, pleased to tick another English one off. I've got my old one to sell, which costs more than this, and hopefully I can recover my money. And that means my purchase price for this game is, of course, a lot lower then. So another one ticked off, and hopefully money back in if I can sell my old one, what I paid for it. Next up, we have Tom Clancy's H.A.W.X. I don't know why, but this is very difficult to find in English, which this is. Had to find it abroad. Mine's foreign, so same story. I'll sell my foreign copy, hopefully what I paid for it. And this costs just €8.24. So delighted with that. Nice and cheap, fully complete, English. It's another one swapped out. Happy days. Not easy to find. So I don't believe this one didn't sell in the UK because somebody has found them in England, but it seems to have definitely sold not high volumes, because it is an awkward one to try and find. So yeah, pleased with that one all the same. So another one ticked off. Some good stuff now. Virtua Fighter 5. Now I already had this, but it's Spanish. This is brand new, official PS3 sealed and English. Virtua Father will love this one. My copy of Virtua Fighter 5, the Spanish one's already sold now. Scott that had that as well, because it was an upgrade condition-wise on what he had. Really difficult one to find. This was probably the most expensive game I've bought. €27.15, so not cheap. It's really not easy to find in English, even around Europe. They don't show overly often. Because it's brand new and sealed as well, I was happy to fork out, get it gone. I've sold my copy, the Spanish one, at cost, so I've not lost any money. And now I've got this lovely new copy. I know that one sold on eBay for about £35 recently that was English. This was less than that, and it's brand new and sealed. So in my mind, I've done all right out of that. And many thanks to Hassan again for finding this for me and playing middleman crucially and allowing me to add this to my collection. Next up, not long ago we added F1 2014 into the collection. That was German. I didn't realise it got an English release, but Hassan got to work and managed to find me this one. It's not brand new, brand new. That's the Guinness talking. It's very good condition. It is open, but it's very English, and absolutely delighted to have an English version of F1 2014 in my collection. So that means I've got 2012 in English, 2014 in English. weirdly, strangely, bizarrely, 2013 is a foreign exclusive. There's no known English copies around. Done a lot of digging, a lot of homework, and cannot find an English 2013 anywhere to be seen. Not even like box art of it, so presumably did not release. But nice to have the trilogy completed now with the 2 English ones now in English. And this cost just €16, so can't say fairer than that. About what I paid for my German one, so I'll sell that for at least what I paid for it, if not a tad bit more if I can, and be happy that I've replaced it with English. Next up, One Piece Pirate Warriors. Again, I had a foreign one, German I believe. This is English. Shout out to Hassan again for finding this, because this is an absolute bargain. This was just €7.50. I mean, I paid a lot more for my German copy. I don't even think I'll get all my money back on that. It was quite a high amount I paid, but I'll do my best to get as close to that as I can. But fortunately, because this was just €7.50, even if I don't sell it for what I paid for it, you just add it to what the cost of this is, and it's still a good price. Like even if this cost me €20, I'll be happy with that price. So, you know, we're at €7.50 at the moment, and we'll just add on what I don't claw back on the foreign one, complete with the red disc. Never played the Pirate Warriors games. There's Pirate Warriors 3 on the PS4 HITS as well. Let me know if you've got any comments on these games, if they're any good or not. But yeah, a tough Essentials game to find. Even though this is English, I don't even believe it's sold in the UK, so I know, who knows. It's a hard one to find, relatively. Not the most difficult, but if you're in the UK and you want an English one of these, not easy to come by at all. Probably going to have to import it like I did. Next up, right, this is where it starts getting interesting. So, Final Fantasy 13. This is German. You'll see by the USK rating there. And yes, this is an exclusive, so this didn't get an English release. Pretty certain it's a German-only game, and fully complete with the red disc. And this was a great price as well, just €15 all in. It's in it's in fantastic condition. Yeah, very nice. Really pleased to tick another one off. And yes, once we're through all of this, we've just 3 Essentials titles left for the full set. And then we've got a handful of issues that we need to address, like finding English versions. But in terms of new titles that we don't own, just 3 remain once we get through the rest of these. And yeah, very pleased to have this in my hands at last, because this was bought a while ago. It just couldn't fit in my last parcel, and it rolled over into parcel 2. Pleased to tick another one off. If you've got any comments on this Final Fantasy game, let me know. I have no experience playing any Final Fantasy game. I know, roast away. I used to watch my friend play Final Fantasy VII. It looked all right, and Final Fantasy VIII on the PlayStation 1, but I don't know, they've just always evaded me, never been something that I've gravitated towards. I was more interested in playing, you know, Time Crisis, Resident Evil, games like that on the PS1, Die Hard, more, you know, less RPG type things and more, yeah, that sort of thing. Next up, and we're getting near the end now, Lost Planet 2, brand new and sealed. This is English. I didn't realise it got an English release. I was telling Hassan to pull the trigger on a foreign one. This was a while ago now. This was, again, very early we bought this, but it hasn't come in my first parcel. And he did a little bit of searching and found this lovely sealed English copy. So I was like, yes, please. Shout out to Hassan again for finding this, because back then I didn't know that English existed. He found this for me, and it's very good of him, really. And yeah, it saved buying a foreign one and then having to upgrade it. So saved me a lot of time there. And the price, you really can't argue with it. The price on this, €12.69 for brand new and sealed. Absolute bargain. Again, not even sure this sold in the UK, even though it's available in English. You never really see this. You don't really see it on eBay. Go and have a look. Yeah, I don't even think it's sold in the UK, so really happy with that one. This is another exclusive, didn't release in the UK, Street Fighter X Tekken. It's Spanish to the eagle-eyed amongst you, and it is brand new and sealed, PS3 official sealed. And yes, like I said, it's an exclusive, so it didn't release in the Essentials range in the UK. Stunning condition, obviously brand new. And yeah, delighted to tick one off that I don't have. And yes, this was a little bit more expensive, €25.49, but I'm happy with that. You know, it's an exclusive. You don't see them very often, and it's in perfect condition. So yeah, you can't really argue with that. Happy to tick another one off on the full set journey. And last of all, I saved the best till last. This was a great find. I mean, it was in my final 5 for a reason. Resident Evil Revelations 2. This is really, really, really hard to find in the Essentials range. Now, it did get an English release, so it's still on my sheet as one to find in English, but I think it's going to take a long time to find in English. It's just so rare. I mean, it doesn't show up often even in German, but this one came up on Italian Vinted of all places, and Hassan didn't even have to ask me, he just pulled the trigger. He knows how scarce it is because he's been helping look, and it was in my final 5, and we just couldn't see one anywhere for love nor money. And yeah, he's just seen this, and the best of all, it was just €21.90. Might sound a lot for a game that's just a Resident Evil, but it's really not. When you think how scarce it is in the Essentials range, it still plays in English, but of course I want an English case. That's what we're doing on this journey, but really happy to have it as a placeholder, because honestly, we could be here in a year's time and still be looking for it. It's one of those ones that just doesn't seem to show up. So it's fully complete with the Essentials disc, and I'm over the moon to have that as a placeholder. Of course, I will keep hunting English. I won't stop until I find English, because that's what I'm like as a collector, but it's a really great placeholder to have. It really is, and cannot emphasize enough how grateful I am to Hassan. That is a really good Christmas present right there, that is. I mean, it's the pick of the bunch for me. Super happy with it, and yeah, thanks. Really appreciate it, my friend. So yeah, I mean, that's it. The box is now empty. And yeah, it's been good. I mean, don't forget we had them other 2 games where we've helped Scott and Kyle out, so happy with those. And it's a nice stack, a nice care package, a nice early Christmas present from Hassan. I really appreciate his efforts. I've said before, like, this journey, it's a really difficult one to do on your own. I've arguably had more help than a lot of people can get, but you know, I've tried to return a favour to him as well and buy him games. I've got another list to go after in the new year for him, and yeah, it's a bit of give and take really. So really appreciate all the help with that, and we're getting close now. So 3 Essentials away from the full set and about 5 PS4 hits. So we've managed to do this journey pretty quickly, really. It's been a wild journey. It's been very fast paced. It's kind of like how I like to collect. I don't like to hang around. I like to try and, you know, race my way through. I was the same with N64. We did the N64 set in a year, which is mental, really. We worked it out, and it was about 20 games a month on average or something like that. And that was a year where I moved house and I had my son, so like my first child. So it was just, how did I manage to squeeze all that in? I'll never know. But yeah, it was a fun journey, an interesting journey, and yeah, I wish I shared that with YouTube really, because there was a lot of stuff that would have made good content on that video. But yeah. So yeah, I just want to show you a bit of Deliver the Moon footage before we wrap this one up, because I'm on the moon now and it just looks so cool, and it'd be silly not to show you some footage of that. And then we'll get the games on the shelves ready for the Gameroom tour that will hopefully drop on Boxing Day. But it all depends whether Baby N64 Fortress #2 comes along between filming this and before I get a chance to film the room tour or not. It all depends. So let's just see and play it by ear. But for now, let's get on to Deliver Us the Moon then and see what you think about that. There's no rules about drink driving on the moon, by the way. But look at this. Look at this. Doesn't this just look incredible? Look at these craters. Where's the Earth? It's around somewhere. But look at this. It's just magnificent. Just that. As close to a simulation of being on the moon as you'll get, really. To my knowledge. I don't think there's any other games out there, is there, that you can do this in this much detail. Wow. Just look. They've got it spot on as well. It's not dead silence. It's like an eerie sort of curious music. Magnificent backdrop just to a wonderful game. Really enjoying it, you know. My cup of tea. Let's just get in this moon range then. I mean, look at this. Absolutely brilliant. Just driving around on the moon, drunk. Whoa. I'm not drunk, but yeah, just driving around on the moon. Absolutely magnificent. Wonderful graphics. No, not another soul in sight. No one to run over, no one to kill like GTA. Just you, the moon, a mission, and solitude. This is what it would have been like to be the Martian. Mark Watney, Matt Damon. Good film, that. Yeah, this is just great. Where's the Earth? I can't remember where. I'm sure you can see the Earth, but it doesn't look like Earth should do. Yeah, there's the Earth up there, look. But it doesn't quite look like Earth because it's a really run-down world. It's post-apocalyptic world. So really enjoying this one, guys. So yeah, I'd strongly recommend playing it for just £18. And even if it's not your thing, you could trade it back in after and get most of your money back. So it's a win-win really, for as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, that's enough of Deliver Us the Moon. I'll get the games on the shelves that we've added, show you what it looks like, and we'll wrap this one up then. That took a lot longer than it should do. Man, I'll be happy when this is all over. But yeah, it's looking pretty good at the moment now. We've had to make some slight changes, but yeah, we'll talk about this on the Game Room tour really in more detail. But yes, to anyone who's not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. We're trying to build this place up, and we're on a nice little run at the moment. We need to try and keep that momentum going. Still behind where I want to be for the sort of time I've been on YouTube, but really happy with the core people that watch the channel. Really appreciate all of you, and it really helps encourage me to keep on going, really. And yeah, so I've had to move the Lego Sleeves and Sonic Colors box set down here with the PS5 because we're going to need 8 more in total. 5 more PS4 HITS and 3 more PS3 Essentials. We've got some language essentials issues to address. I'm working on some of them. The ones that are in Romania, I'm working on them. And there are others that are going to be really difficult, but that all forms part of the fun. Part of me wishes that I wasn't so fussy, because it would make this job a hell of a lot easier. At the same time, it'll be very rewarding when we get there. And to my knowledge, if I get there before anyone else that I know does, that would make me the first person to have English where possible, to my knowledge. There are other people going for it. They're ahead of me in some departments, but behind on others. So it's not a race. It'd be nice to be the first to be able to say that, but hopefully we all get there as and when we do. And yeah, it'd just be a nice thing to achieve, really, because it's been a decent amount of work and it'll be a nice reward at the end of it. If you've got any comments on, you know, where I can improve things in terms of display, let me know. Nothing silly, please, like sell a lot of it, because I'm not in that mind frame just yet. But as you've seen recently, I am more than happy to let things go. Sometimes not that long after buying them, within 6 months. But yeah, really happy with how things have gone. So I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Genuinely hope that you have the best Christmas. Enjoy the time with your families. I appreciate all of you watching the channel. It really helps me out. It really encourages me to keep going, you know. So thank you for that. And yeah, there's going to be plenty more to come in the new year. I hope to drop a Game Room tour, hopefully on Boxing Day, but it all depends on whether things kick off with my wife or not. So yeah, you're going to have to watch this space on that front. But yeah, thank you for watching. Drop a comment, even just a silly one, and have a good Christmas. And I'll see you on the next one.